Summer 1940. Incapable of resisting the overwhelming advance of the German blitzkrieg, Poland, Norway, Denmark, Belgium, Holland and France are brushed aside within a matter of months, forcing the rest of the depleted Allied army to make a rapid, humiliating and shameful retreat towards the beaches of Dunkirk. Britain has become the only refuge in the face of the unstoppable advance of the Third Reich. While the German army is getting ready to invade the island, Allied command is desperately trying to come to terms with its situation. Its tactics, armament and commanders have proved antiquated in the face of the vastly superior German army. An urgent rethinking of the army is essential in order to turn the tide of the war. An audacious plan is approved for the creation of a special unit of elite men, experts in hand-to-hand combat, in handling all types of weapons and explosives, men of great initiative, able to cope with and adapt to the most demanding conditions. Only the best, the most highly trained, only men of courage. Their mission, become the vanguard of the Allied troops, the spearhead of the counter-offensive that must lead to the defeat of the Third Reich. The Commandos were born.
Hey guys, welcome to a new Let's Play. I'm Highlighter, and today we're playing Commandos 2. Now if you played this before, you're probably thinking, hello, what's going on here? This is different. I don't remember any of this. Well, you would be right. We are playing Commandos 2 with the Commandos 2 HD project mod enabled. This is really quite an astounding project. It has taken this game from 2002, I think it was, and it's brought it thoroughly into the modern age of gaming. Now everything, I believe, the maps, cinematics, the menus, absolutely everything has been taken up into widescreen resolutions. I think there's even some high resolution textures in there, I would have to check. But it's even more remarkable when you consider the only other tool I found to make this game widescreen was something of a hack. It worked, but when you went above 720p it was just glitchy and yeah. I haven't played the whole game in with the HD project, but I look forward to playing it with you guys, and hopefully you'll enjoy coming along for the ride. If you haven't played Commandos before, this is a real-time tactics game where you control a small elite group of men and one woman who have to go behind enemy lines and carry out very dangerous and challenging missions with no hope of rescue if you get caught. So, let's get going. We have a profile. I've tried a bit already to make sure everything works, and I'm already a corporal, hooray! We're going to be playing on very hard, and we're going to start training camp number 1.
We must clear this border post to allow our troops to pass through.
If we get rid of the commanding officer, the rest will not be able to offer any resistance.
First, we have to eliminate these two without making any noise.
I can climb up to the wires and swing along them to cross to the other side. I see a box. We'll probably find some interesting stuff in there.
If you get the metal shears, bring them here and I'll cut through that fence and deactivate the mines.
Sounds like a good plan, guys. Let's go for it. So, this is the game.
Delicate work.
Do you imagine this in, I think, 1024 by 768 was the highest resolution native. This wouldn't have looked quite so small, so forgive it that. It's an old game. So, we have two commandos here. We have the sapper, who is our explosives and mine defusing guy. He's got his pistol. And we have the not the sapper. I've already told you about the sapper. We have the thief, rather, who only has his lockpicks.
Ready.
He is fast. He's the fastest, in fact, of all the commandos. But he can't tie people up, so we'll use sapper for now. This is the enemy's cone of vision. We'll use that to see if we will be seen. So he's not looking. Let's knock him out. Tie him up. These guys are taking their time. Nobody's paying any attention.
It's ready.
And we will carry him around the corner.
That's it.
And let's search his body. What's he got? He's got a rifle, a uniform. That could be handy. And some cigarettes. So this guy won't notice that his friend has disappeared. That's kind of need that. You kind of need that in a stealth game. If they're too smart, it cuts too hard. We don't like things hard, do we? Actually we do, but hey. So this is the enemy's cone of vision. Every enemy has one. So the bright green area is his short range of vision, and the darker area is his long range of vision.
On my way.
So if we stand or crawl in the short range of vision, we will be detected. If we stand in the long range, we'll be detected. But if we crawl, he won't see us. Also, because we picked up an enemy uniform,
Quick,
if we're wearing that, we can stand in the long range of vision and not be detected. At least not by soldiers. I'm not sure if officers will notice us. This is a soldier, this is a lieutenant in the circle, and to the right is an officer in the sort of tan uniform. Let's not risk it, shall we? So we'll wait for this guy to turn around. We're going to throw a pack of cigarettes, which we took from the first soldier, and that will hopefully tempt him out of his patrol route. So we can lay a marker here actually, and any enemies who see that will switch to their cone of vision.
Let's go.
No one else can see this bit, so we can whack this guy with impunity. Now, you saw the tie-up animation, and that's probably the only time you're going to see it, because you can skip animations in this game, speed things up, and, well, sometimes you need it, because timings can be pretty tight.
Okay.
But frankly, it just saves an awful lot of time, so most of the time I think we're going to do that. Just click, tie him up, click, pick him up, and we're away.
Let's go!
Let's just save, just in case. So we'll put on the enemy uniform. So now you can see his skin's changed slightly. Not exactly dead ringers, but it's close enough for government work. So now we're going to walk up to this guy. If we run, he will hear us.
That's it.
And then we'll have a bad time. Time up.
It's done.
Get out of the uniform, because this number here, this is the durability, I suppose, of the uniform. And that goes down as we wear it. So, see, we can go in his long range of vision, because we're in the uniform.
Yes.
Which is handy. Right, we're going to use the thief for this bit, because he and I think a couple of other commanders we've not met yet are the only ones agile enough to swing across telephone wires. The sapper definitely is not. He's weighed down with bombs, so that's okay. We're going to go down here, rotate the map to get a better view. Only this guy and this guy are actually looking from side to side. The others are all focused on what they're doing. This guy's cleaning his rifle, it looks like.
Good idea.
So we're nice and safe. Let's get into this box. This is another animation you can skip, but I think the first time I'll just show off the animations. So grenades, they'll be useful, and wire cutters. We're going to need them. But let's take them back to the sapper. So I think we're going to cut through over here. Can anyone see that? Shouldn't be able to. We could drop from the wire, but it's pretty high up. That would cause some damage. We like our commandos to be healthy.
Okay.
Right, let's give him the grenades and give him the wire cutters. Now we're pretty much done with the thief for now, so we'll put him out of the way. So
yes.
Let's cut the wires. Snip, 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 snip. And now we will save, because we're getting the mine detector out. And mines can be awkward. It's really easy to accidentally click on them.
No
so let's disarm that one. Snip, snip again. So once you detect them, it's best to just click on them and let him make his own way to them. Otherwise, you're prone to accidentally clicking too close to them, and that's bad. Oops, oh, we got spotted. That's bad. I forgot there was a soldier there. So, load, try again. We'll take out that soldier first. Let's look at our objectives. Cut through the wire, deactivate the mines, fight the officer group. Yeah. We're on our way.
On my way.
Whoa! And I forgot there was a mine there. That's why they call it a minefield, dummy. Right.
It's done.
Let's skip that. Right, here, let's have a look at this box, actually. Medikits, yeah, that would have been useful. Right, let's distract this guy. I think we could have got behind him, but we're okay. Tie him
That's
up.
it.
We don't really need his uniform or his rifle.
That's it.
In fact, we don't actually have to deactivate his mines. I think to complete this mission you just have to kill everyone, or neutralize. So we've knocked out several guys.
Okay.
Right, that's the last of the mines, I think. Yep, that's ticked off. So let's save. And chuck a grenade into these guys. Now, he's going to be panicked. He shouldn't see us.
No problem.
Oops, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
Rats. Oops, right, okay. I will explain what I just did. But the mission's complete, I'll show you in the next one. I meant to blow him up with the grenade, but he didn't run fast enough. So, yeah. This is just practice, it's okay.
Okay, guys. This group of soldiers has been isolated from their squad. Let's see if we can offer them a hand. Or a knife. According to my notes, there's a radio in the little house. When the situation's under control, we'll use a radio to inform headquarters. I'd sure like to find out what's inside those boxes.
Okay, this is the second training mission. Here, we have the sapper, and we're introduced to two new guys.
Okay.
We have the driver.
Right.
Let's select him rather than click on him. He's an American, and he has a shovel to dig pitfall traps, a wire trap to knock over enemies, knock them out, and he can throw Molotovs and gas grenades and all sorts of things. And here we have the Green Beret. He's the toughest of the I keep wanting to call them mercs. They're not. They're soldiers. He's the toughest of the soldiers. He has a radio decoy. He has a knife, which he can use to kill enemies silently, and he's got various abilities. We're going to give the radio control for this decoy to the sapper actually, and take his cigarettes. So first thing we have to do, move to the left. This soldier looks this way, and then he looks behind.
Okay.
So when he looks away, we're going to take out this guy.
Good.
Stab. Now let's carry him away before his mate turns around. Good. Right, what's he got? Uniform and a rifle. We will need rifles in this one. So one thing the Green Beret can do is he can pick up a corpse, or a buried guy actually, darkly, and bury them. And they're completely undetectable. And he can do the same for himself. He can bury himself so that enemies can't see him, even if they're standing right on top of them. Pretty useful, as you can imagine.
Okay.
Oops, lie down. That officer turned around. Thought you saw me. Can he see this guy? Yes, he can. We'll wait for him to turn around again, and then we'll take out this guy. So this is only a training mission, this and the last one. So it doesn't really matter how we kill our enemies. We can shoot them, stab them, or we can just knock them out and tie them up. But in real missions, you get scored according to your performance, and one of your scores is how you've dispatched your enemies. So you get the most points for neutralizing without killing, that is knocking them out and tying them up. You get less points for killing silently, and you get the least points of all for stabbing. Not for stabbing. Stabbing is killing silently. You get the least amount of points for killing with guns. There we go. Managed to say it. Right. So there's a soldier here next to us. Set up the radio decoy, and I'll show off the shovel. Very modern technology, a shovel. So let him bury himself, and we'll turn it on. Excellent. So he's going out, getting up to have a look.
Fine.
And he's gone. Now, sometimes that does work. Sometimes enemies will just turn around and look at it, and they won't ever actually move. I'm not sure if that's a bug. I seem to remember that happening in the vanilla game, but I could be misremembering.
Right away, sir.
Wait, this is the vanilla game. What am I talking about? I mean, I think what I mean, engage brain for opening the mouth and all that. I think what I mean is I remember it happening in the CD version. Way back in the day. I actually still have the CD version on my shelf. Right, let's save. I'm gonna wait for this officer to call the lieutenant back down. And there we go. Seen cigarettes. Greedy bugger. Smoking's bad for you. Yeah, so I think the radio decoy bug might have been there in the very original versions. Can't remember. but we seem to be okay.
This is mine.
Oops, is he going to turn around?
Aha.
Now, we're going to carry him away. We're not going to bury him just
This
yet,
is mine.
because he has keys, and we need those. Although if we did bury him with, I think, cigarettes, wine, distraction items, and key items, it's okay. They will just pop on the ground.
Okay.
But never hurts to make sure. Let's wait for this soldier to crawl back down. Right, let's get
Mine.
him.
Aha.
Right, now he doesn't look around. He's too focused on fighting.
Aha.
Right, nobody's looking. This guy on the left crawls up and down, and this lieutenant crawls around, but none of them can see, so we're okay.
Okay.
I'm actually going to go around and take these guys out now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch this guy, because that's nice and quiet,
Aha.
but when you kill someone with a knife, it's louder, so he would have actually heard it,
Aha.
and would have had a bad time. Should be out of range of this guy's vision. Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Piece of cake.
So as I run around, in fact, you saw it with the radio decoy. I'll just place it and show you.
No problem.
These waves, this is a visual representation of the sound we're making.
Phew.
So, yeah, you don't want the
Orders,
enemies
sir?
to hear you. Usually, unless you're luring them into a trap. That'd be nice and cunning.
Aha.
Yeah, he's moving around. He's the only one still moving around. So he's the only one we really have to watch out for. I'm gonna grab the body. We're actually gonna just hang out in front of this house. Can you tell I've done this before? So I held onto the body because you don't always drop things exactly where you're standing. You drop it a bit to the side. So I just held on to make sure the lieutenant didn't see it while he was crawling around. And now all these guys are just focused on the fight. So they're not actually even looking around. So we can just mop up quite easily.
Good.
As long as we don't do anything stupid. Famous last words.
Mine.
As long as we don't run and alert
Okay.
them when we're right next to them. Right, now we have to be careful for him. He's still looking out the window. So let's get, where are the other two? There they are.
Here we go.
Let's bring them up here while Greenberry does his thing.
Done.
Now, we can't actually look through locked doors, but normally you can look through doors. So I think if we go in while the soldier is looking out the window,
That's
should
it.
be okay. Let's go now.
Aha.
So I didn't stab him, because the officer would have heard it. It doesn't really matter, as I said, this is only training missions and we're not scored. But, right, let's use the radio.
We have intercepted a transmission. A group of enemies is fast approaching your position. An enemy tank has received orders to exterminate you all. Defend your position and destroy that tank.
Sure thing, boss. Tank, no worries. Right, I'll bring this box out here. Greenberry
ready,
is
sir.
tough enough, strong enough to carry boxes.
Okie dokie.
Right, let's see what's in this one. Molotovs, smoke grenades. I don't think they'll be too useful.
It's all mine.
And grenades for the sapper. Right, we're going to get these guys to each take a rifle. And then
Ready,
we're
sir.
going to... Actually, did we check what was in this box? I don't think we did.
Good.
Ooh, remote bomb. Right.
Okay.
This is the sapper's domain. Right.
Yes.
So we're going to go and get close to these soldiers, contact them, and now we can control them. Which is good. Hey guys. Yeah, we just saved you.
Good.
Now, what's great about Allied soldiers is they carry Allied weapons. Enemy weapons have limited ammo, but when friendlies use them, they have infinite ammo.
Okie dokie.
And the Allied weapons have infinite ammo anyway, so this way we all have infinite ammo.
Okay.
Even though really our soldiers, our Allied soldiers, are going to be doing most of the shooting. The
Okay.
reason for that is, what you can do is, this is what I did on the last mission, is you can shoot with your weapons manually. No?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it does take a while to reload. And you can press X, set up cover mode. So what this does is, if enemies run, this is the same as the enemy's cone vision, only it's ours. If the enemy comes into it, we will shoot, and with rifles, you kill with one hit. The only problem is that, to stop it being crazy overpowered, we have got much shorter range than everyone else. So this is our allied soldier. He's got the same range as an enemy soldier, and this is our guy. It's a little bit more than the standard short cone vision, but if we were to lie down in the middle of the roads and an enemy was to come crawling to us, then I'm not even sure who would fight first. The reason we're not going to set up in the middle of the road to repel these enemies is because the enemy will have snipers. Snipers have very long ranges of view, and they have longer short ranges of view than the other enemy soldiers. And especially, they have a longer short range of view than our entire range of view, I believe. So, yeah. We're going to avoid that.
We're ready.
Right, so now we've got all our guys. We really kind of had to set up to repel this enemy invasion in a bit of a gamey way. Because when they're lying down, they can't see over this wall. If they stand up, they can't. Now, if I was to crawl over here, and an enemy soldier was standing here, they would see over the wall. But as long as we stay quite close to the wall, the enemy won't be able to see us. So we can lure them into our killing zone. And, oops, lie down.
Alright.
And bring them to this one bit. And really, this is the best method of surviving these invasions. There's only a few of them in the game.
Alright.
Luckily, I don't really like them. I mean, they are kind of fun, but really I'd rather do as few of them as possible. I prefer the stealthy approach. And I'm not really doing well setting them up. Right, lie down, get in the corner. What's the ground coverage? L. That'll freeze them in place. There we go. Should have done this in the first place. Come on. Right, there we go. So as long as we keep them behind cover, facing at 90 degrees, then hopefully, whenever enemies run around, they'll run straight into the short range of view. So even if they crawl around, we'll still be able to get them. So we'll set up the Commandos too, but see, if enemies crawl around there, then our Commandos won't be able to hit them, so yeah, not especially useful. The Commandos are really much better suited to stealth work.
It's done.
Right, so let's save now that we're all set up, and we'll click this button on the bottom to begin the invasion. Because I've done this and failed a few times because of that bloody sniper, I know where he's coming. So we're saving this remote bomb just for him. You can tell who they are because they've got different uniforms. There we go.
Quick, wasn't it?
Sort of like a smock they've got.
No problem.
So now we'll use their sapper to shoot and alert these guys, draw them to us, and let our allies do the work. Now, this guy's a grenadier. I have to be careful for him. He could take out our entire squad if he knew we were here. But also throw grenades through windows and doors though, so that's kind of something we have to be careful of. Right, I think there's one still running around that I saw. If we hold F10, we can see objects that we can interact with, outlined in yellow. F11, there we go on the left, shows us enemies still up, so what direction's he looking? Ah, great. Let's get an allied soldier. We can select one. No, we can't.
I'm ready.
There we are.
Okay.
Right, we are going to crawl down, get behind him, get spotted, of course. There we go. Right, get back now. Just remember that tank? It hasn't forgotten about us. There it is. Now, I think we could take this out with a remote bomb if we wanted to, but we've got the mines. We might as well use them. And there we go, mission completed. So these were the 2 training missions. They were really just a wetter whistle. And yeah, we've got some time left. Let's get started on the next one. The first real mission.
In May 1941, after subduing the whole of Western Europe, the German army concentrates all its efforts in the war on Britain, the last bastion against the expansion of the Third Reich. Having failed in their invasion of the island nation owing to the superior power of the British Navy, the Germans are now concentrating on a war of attrition. Britain, isolated from the continent, depends on supplies, especially weapons and fuel, which arrive from the other side of the Atlantic. These supplies are growing ever more scarce. The German submarine fleet, the Wolfpacks, hounds the Allied convoys, which suffer enormous losses. La Pallice, located on the French coast, near La Rochelle, is the most important German submarine base. Constructed like a bunker, it is an impregnable fortress. Its piers, built under tons of reinforced concrete, are invulnerable to air attacks. It is the perfect base from which to carry out the deadly patrols. It is the U-boat's lair.
You copy me?
Go ahead, soldier.
I am facing the front now, sir.
Any change?
They seem very agitated, more than expected, as if they were preparing for something. Hold on, it looks like there's one of us in there already. I don't think he's gonna make it. General, sir, I hope this man wasn't my contact.
No, your contact is a woman. Her name is Natasha. She's waiting in one of the outer buildings. Soldier, try to find out who this other intruder is.
Yes, sir. Any last-minute information about the target, sir?
No. The Enigma machine should still be in the commanding general's safe. I'm sure there's no need to remind you of the importance of obtaining this machine, soldier. It's required to decode Nazi communications.
No, sir. I am perfectly aware, sir. Over and out.
Okay, so this is the first real mission.
Good choice, Colonel.
And we start with the thief, and only the thief. So, just to give you a sense of scale, both training maps, they fit on one screen, more or less. And this one is quite a bit bigger. Now, we have several advantages. They don't know we're coming. But we have an even bigger advantage, and that is the night. So if we look at this guy's cone of vision, he has a tiny short range, a really small long range, and then he's got this whole, about 2/3 of his vision is just grey. He can't see anything at all, unless it's in a light source, like this guy's torch, spotlights, these lights outside the buildings. Apart from those light sources, he can't see anything at all on this, so we have a lot of room to maneuver. We're going to leave the boat behind, because we've got these mines blocking the way. That could slightly be awkward. So we're going to go and find resistance contact. I believe that's what he's called. A wounded ally.
Okay.
He is in this building, so we're just going to crawl out of the water. Let's have a look for this door. Look, there he is. Soldier patrolling. Okay. We could go in, but there is another door, which I think would be easier. Yes, that's open. Let's go through. Unfortunately, the thief can't tie enemies up. So even though he could knock this guy out, all we would do is set him on the alert. So going around is the thing to do.
I'm a member of the French resistance. We must rescue them. I was trying to escape. Take this. Here is everything in the encrypted message. White whiskey. He's a friend. You will have to decipher it with the machine. The Enigma. I don't have much time. Look after my dog. It will be of great help. Mind the fences. They're electrified. If you need to cut them, you will find the deactivate switch in the nearby room. Look after whiskey. Goodbye, boy.
Goodbye, Monsieur Wandering Accent. So now we have Whiskey. He's an interesting wee dog.
Good choice, Colonel.
He can carry stuff for us, we can call him to us, and he can distract enemies. Unfortunately, I'll show you this guy. When you do distract enemies, it sends them on the alert. Which, that's fine if you're about to knock them out anyway, but on very hard, I believe enemies who have been alerted don't go back to passive mode. So we'll probably have to use Whiskey sparingly. I don't think we really need him in this mission, that's okay. So let's load and have a look.
Good choice,
outside. Oops, no, we want to look at our objectives, not talk about our objectives. Steal the Enigma machine, decipher the message rather. Contact Natasha. Okay, so she's in this warehouse. Warehouse? This building. Just outside. So I think that should be our next port of call. Can anyone see the door? He could see if it was lit up, but we're fine.
Going.
Now we have to be a bit more careful inside because this is nice and well lit. So
good idea.
We're gonna wait for this guy to turn around. Here's Natasha.
I suppose. Uh-huh.
Right, okay, let's go. We're gonna hide behind this pipe. And when this soldier turns around, now we're gonna get in there and talk to Natasha.
Going.
Phew, made it.
Uh-huh.
Right, let's see what's in this shelf. Ooh, a bonus book. And cigarettes, okay. They're both good things. The bonus books are scattered throughout the maps. And they are pieces of pictures. And when you collect them all, you'll unlock the bonus mission for the current mission. And the bonus missions are, they're like the trading missions. They don't really get they don't actually get scored at all. And they just let you cut loose. Have a bit of fun with some of the tools you don't get to use if you're going non-lethal. So let's talk to Natasha.
Well, it's about time. This place is becoming quite dangerous.
Yeah, thanks. I'm happy to see you too. What is the plan?
The door to the general's office is locked, and his assistant is in the canteen at the moment.
That's nice for him. And?
He has the key we need and must be drinking by now. We'll put some sleeping pills in his wine. He'll then fall asleep, and you steal the keys.
How do we get some sleeping pills?
I brought some with me.
What do we do with the general?
I will phone him and convince him to leave the office. But I'm not sure how long I will manage to distract him. You'll have to be quick.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me too. So, now we've got Natasha.
Okay.
She's in disguise. She's a double agent. She can speak fluent German. And she's wearing... what is this called? German clothing.
Finished.
And she has the enviable skill of being able to distract the enemies. So that'll make getting back out of this warehouse much easier. And she can also walk around, pick up items, and do lots of nice stuff. But we are going to have to do that next time. We've been recording for a little while, and I think we've accomplished quite a lot. We've completed the training missions, we've got our feet wet, so to speak, in this first real mission. And we have got our way... well, we haven't quite paved the way, but we know what we're going to do next mission. Next mission? Next episode. For the remainder of this mission. Maybe one day I will learn how to speak properly too. But, I hope you enjoyed the first part of Commandos 2 HD project. I've certainly enjoyed playing it. This is such a trip down memory lane. Remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. And be sure to tune in next time. See you then.